Okay, welcome to another edition of Star Wars the Role-Playing Game. This is episode number 3, and here we go. Dun, 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 dun. So, on the last session, you made your way back into the bunker, which was in the middle of New Aarth, where you infiltrated after killing some stormtroopers. You made your way down the staircase into the secret bunker downstairs, where you met a female human named Shiara, who apparently has some strange mystical things about her. Not really sure about her, but she's doing some weird stuff.
She's Jedi.
And made her acquaintance and found out that she had been living here on New Aarth for quite a while. She'd actually come from the prison planet of Wobani, and she'd come here with Dial. She was a trustee in the prison system. She's handpicked by Miram to come work among the Aarthans. When you got downstairs, you started looking for all kinds of swag. Somebody unearthed a jetpack that was hidden in somebody's dormitory, and you got a few other nice little items. And then Grex and Teegrun murdered a couple soldiers that were down there in the bunker.
Did you make that, Scott, or did you find that?
No, I made it.
That's badass, dude.
That's cool, dude.
Like, yep. That's dude, you're getting good with your Photoshop. That's sick.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
So what happened was I went on Google, I was looking for this, and I was looking for 2 naked soldiers, and what I was getting...
that search went.
Well, and I realized, I was like, oh shit, I'm on my work computer, and I was coming back with all these
no
gay results, and I was like, oh well, that one works, that one will be cool. And then I took it and then imported the Trandoshan here, then imported the Claudite, and then did the blood splatter and the intestines and everything, and blah blah blah, and then turned it into like this comic book sort of artwork. But anyway, so they killed a couple of naked stormtroopers, and you had a little meeting with Melbus again. He was up top. He was calming the Aarthans. He was like, "You people got to chill. You're too extra. You know, we gotta get this under control." He confronted Shiara a little bit. He accused her of, working with the Empire against his people, and of course she refuted him and said, "Hey, that was a lie. I was never working for Miram. I was actually giving misinformation." He did say that they were missing some Aarthans. He asked, while you were out and about looking for Miram, if you could find some of those Aarthans and bring them back to him, he would be much appreciative. He also gave you the letter from his daughter, or to his daughter, asking that you, whenever you get off the planet, hopefully you can contact one of his old associates in the Imperial Navy, so that they can potentially bring a ship back here and rescue the Aarthans and transport them again and get them off world, was kind of what he was asking for. There, of course, is Miram. He ran off with... so he did something really strange. He set the town up to work. He had all of the Aarthan men. He had armed them. He'd given them blasters and set them all to work on to create walls and these barriers around the town. And even stranger, he left some of his stormtroopers behind him, and he got everybody suited up, like his whole contingency. He got them suited up, and they were last seen walking outside of the valley where the Juggernaut is usually parked. At the last part of our situation, you all were trekking through the mountains, and mountain trekking is very treacherous, because you're in a lot of high places, and it's not like a place where you can spread out like in a forest. You got a lot of little narrow paths, and as you're making your way through these narrow slot canyons, you're finding the best possible way that you can to travel, and so the passages are limited. And as you were making your way through the mountains, you confronted this this rock type creature. It was a very large thing. There were two of them. They were working together, and for whatever reason, they dropped down from the cliff top, and they were attempting to pull you off the cliffs. Maybe it was like some sort of sign of territorial, like chest thumping or something. Who knows? So now it's in the evening. It's on the same day, the morning that you left New Aartha. You've been trekking through the mountains. Now it's starting to get a little cold. You're actually some of your limbs are starting to get a little numb. You're starting to tremble a little bit because it is in the mountains. It's in an alpine environment. There are snow-capped mountains. There's no trees. So the only barriers you have is the actual rock walls themselves. You've passed through many different types of mountain environments. You've gone along the sketchy paths that are along the tall, 1,000-foot tall cliff sides. You've passed saddle ridges. You've been through mountain cirques. You've been through all kinds of different kinds of mountain geology. But now it's approaching dusk and it's getting a little dark. So what do you all do?
Well, they might be getting cold, but I ain't.
You're not. Why are you not getting cold?
I have my all temperature cloak.
Yeah,
that you gave me, so I stay warm and toasty.
I'm going to turn into a fire elemental.
Okay.
Good luck with that one.
We don't have Jason with us. What are we doing about our big blaster that we've got, our blaster cannon thing?
I'm going to say that the Wookiee is with you. He's carrying it, but
Okay.
he is not. He's a non-combatant. He can't do anything in battle, and he's just there to carry your shit. So.
Yeah, we've got a pack mule. Okay. I'm sorry, Scott. What time of day did you say that it was after we fought those things?
Night.
Yeah, it's approaching dusk. It's getting dark.
Do we
Find a
see,
cave?
that was my question. Do we see anything like a cave or an overhang that would be suitable for camping? That would provide some cover.
Okay.
I definitely want to have something that would cover us from above, just in case they have like a probe droid or something out.
So you just climbed up through a saddle. It's just a place like this between two mountain peaks, and you came up through the gap. You came onto the other side of the mountain, and lo and behold, as the path goes around, you do find a small rock shelter, and it's about 20 feet wide, and it's about 15 feet tall. But it's good cover from rain that's coming down from the top. As far as the wind is concerned, it's not so hot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any type of vegetation or anything around?
You've got sparse kinds of brush. It's all very harsh type of flora, harsh kinds of flora. You've got little spiky things and things that shoot little nettles at you, and it's all kind of very harsh types of flora living in the mountain environment.
Would there be enough of it? I mean, not expending too much energy or anything, but to make kind of at least a small windbreak.
Okay, make a survival check. See if you can find enough stuff.
I'm gonna help him with that. I'm pretty good at that. 12 total.
I could try to help him. I'm not very good at it.
I got a 7.
I actually have survival skills.
Well, I have it at 3, so I rolled a 12, so that's 15.
I rolled a 15.
So what you come away with as you're scrambling around on the scrubby type brush and whatnot in the mountains, you do pull away a lot of kind of dead brush, like very not substantial, but just sort of like old green briars and things that kind of you see like in the winter time whenever everything is dead, and you just sort of got this dead sort of like scrubbish stuff on the forest floor.
Good for a fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we can get the fire
Blaster,
going.
we can start a fire.
Oh,
How do you-
I can start a fire.
So how do you do it?
Shoot it with a blaster. Let's spark a fire.
So with my 12, I assume I contributed nothing to that help. So
Yeah, most of the work is actually being done by Shiara and Grudey.
And you still managed.
So let's make a fire.
Not a fire.
We'll get it as close to the wall of the cave as possible, so the wind won't hit the fire as much.
Okay, and what are you using to light the fire with?
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. I do have survival. I can do the old stick in another stick kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't know if I can roll that good or not.
Correction.
I mean,
like I said, I've only got a +3 in this, so
I've got, yeah, it's a skill for me, and I've got high wisdom, so let's see.
15 to start a fire.
That's another 15 to start a fire.
I mean, worst case scenario, I've got a toolkit that's got a little burner on it.
Well, there we go.
like I said, I can tell you I didn't start the fire.
Somebody got a lighter?
Sticks together. I rolled a 2 + 3, it's 5.
So are you using the fire starter by what's supplied by Fyor?
Oh, certainly, that's better than rubbing two sticks together.
Okay, so you pile some brush together and then you light it on fire and you get a pretty good little fire going because it's all a lot of dead brush and it burns really well. It's really dry up here. So now it's completely dark. The sun has gone down over the horizon to the west, and when you're in the mountains, it gets darker a lot faster than when you're in more kind of plainish areas. So you don't really necessarily know what time it is. But you do know it's dark, and you see the stars starting to pop out up above the mountain range that you're sitting in.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Do we want to take watch? Do a watch order?
I'll take first watch.
Okay. I've got dark vision, so probably best to take it whenever it's darkest. So I guess third.
Well, so do
Scott,
I.
while we're up here doing this, I've got that the comm link and everything with the toolkit. I was wanting to scan, like just to see if I could scan for any type of communications, any type of anything going on. Airwaves.
Long range or short range?
It is technically short range, but anything could help.
What is
We can use mine because it's long range.
what is the long range? Like how long?
I can get into space with long range.
Okay.
A ship in orbit.
And then, but between
What's
that
the-
and this, hell, I'd be able to.
Star system, planet to orbiting spaceship.
What's that comlink actually called, Peel?
It's long range comlink.
Okay.
Short range is like walkie talkies. 20 miles, something like that.
$250 kilometers. Okay.
Yeah. Orbit.
Wow.
Okay. So who's using what? Grudey, you're using the long range comlink.
Yep.
Okay. So you do actually hear you hear what sounds like mechanical voices, and one of them says, "Patrol Unit 12, return to base, and time for guard shift." Basically,
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. We got somebody in orbit.
And then you hear another mechanical voice respond. Unit 12 responding will return at 21:45.
All right.
I'm assuming I kind of slightly know what that would be, just because of the security. I mean, I can roll a security roll if you want, but I'm assuming that'd be the time. 21:45 would be 9:45.
Yes.
Yeah. Nothing real important going on, just a shift change.
Right. That's all that you hear.
Okay, so I'm just listening in for somebody who might spot our fire or something like that.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Okay, so you're going to keep it on?
Yeah.
That's cool. So who's staying up and who's going to bed?
Well, I think Mike was going to go first, yeah?
Yeah, I'll take first watch.
Okay. I don't care when I can do third or
Two
whatever.
shifts in the night. The two of us that have the night vision need to do the middle of the night ones.
Yeah.
You got two of us that can do that. So
Okay, so things go on at a fairly uniform pace. It's a very nice evening. The skies are clear. You see the stars. It is a little cold in the canyon, but you were able to keep your fire going through most of the night until it's time to wake up in the morning. It kept your limbs warm enough that you did not freeze to death. And the next morning, you wake up. Everybody had taken a turn in watching the camp, but you successfully made it through the evening without any kind of altercations.
okay.
We'll break camp and head out and continue on.
Get out on the road again.
Okay.
ASAP.
So everybody had a long rest. So make sure you update your hit points.
All right, Scott, how many hit points do we get back for a long rest?
Let's see.
'Cause I think this is like the first time second time we've actually had a rest in the game.
Yeah, you now have moved into the fourth day that you've been on this planet.
You've done a lot of shit in 4 days.
I'm looking. Natural healing. 8 consecutive hours rest without persistent conditions. Gain hit points equal to level and removes all conditions only once in 24-hour period.
Back up to where I needed with full health. Alrighty.
Shiara,
Over third level.
this is the first time that you've been outside of New Aarth since you've been here. You've been here for several years. And you knew about the Great Blight to the west. You didn't really know that it was hurting the Aarthans. You didn't know that it was responsible for the cancerous boils that were on their bodies. You just assumed, like everybody else, that it was something particular to their specific biology. But you always did know that the blight to the west of the town was fairly uncomfortable. And there was something dark about it that actually created like this fog-like barrier that you couldn't penetrate. But now that you're out here in the open air, you're way up in the mountains, and you're high above New Aarth where you had originally been, you now feel this pulling, and it's from the west. And it's something intrinsically just like eating at your soul. And you feel like almost a bifurcated sort of feeling, like you're torn between this hate, this deep, intense hate that's pulling you from the west, and you're also at the same time feeling like this overwhelming goodness. And there's sort of like there's this dichotomy between these two things, and you feel it really strongly now that you're out of the valley and you're into the natural world.
So is it like two forces are pulling on me? There's like
You
a
just
good
feel
one and
you feel like a conflict. You feel like a very strong conflict that is just it's at odds with each other, and one is slightly stronger than the other at one moment or the other, and constant.
And it's coming from the west, though. It's not here where we are.
Right. You feel it like you all have been hiking mainly to the east of the mountains where the sun is rising, and where the sun sets to the west on the other end of the mountain is where you're getting this intense feeling from.
Okay, and we're not headed in that direction?
You're headed in a northerly direction that's starting to turn west.
Starting to turn in that direction.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's time to say, I've got a bad feeling about this.
About this.
As you all have left your camp and have moved on, you pass through more of this this mountainous geography. You get back on another very sketchy little trail that follows along the cliff line, and as you go, it's just huge wall, huge drop down into the valley, very lethal. And you've been doing this for miles. It just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes and never ends. And all of a sudden, you actually have what appears to be... Let me see if I can find it. Let's stop the share. Y'all are going to see all my goodies.
Might want to zoom out a little bit in there. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Maybe zoom in. I don't know.
You start to see these magnificent looking creatures.
Can't be good.
And they're circling around you. As you go up the mountain trail, and it's a very like soaring. They got their wings spread out. They're pretty big birds. They're probably about a 10-foot wingspan as far as you can tell. They're fairly large. But right now they're about 30, 35 feet up above where you're walking currently. You hear some of them shriek a little bit as they continue to circle.
I asked Shiara, like, what do you know of these birds?
Have I ever seen the birds before?
You have never seen these birds before, no.
I've never seen them before. I know nothing of these birds.
Okay, well then...
They look like raptors, so...
You see about 9 of them. You've counted about 9. Some are really high altitude, others are low. They swoop in. They're riding the thermals with their huge wings, and they're just sort of floating around. And then some of them will zoom down really fast, and then they'll pop back up. And then they're kind of starting to create this pattern now, where they're still circling. One will zoom down like this and pop back up, and then they're starting to follow each other. And now they're following a pattern, and now they're getting within about 15 feet of you as they're diving down towards you.
Get up
So,
close to the rocks.
And tell them to help me set up the e-web.
Okay.
We should try to communicate with them.
We are going to communicate with them through gunboat diplomacy.
If they get too close, I'm going to communicate real loudly.
Everyone understands a gut shot. That is a universal.
They haven't just outright attacked, so maybe they are trying to communicate somehow.
No, I think they're probing us. I think they're like vultures and they're waiting to see what we're going to do. But I say if we set up that e-web and start blasting, that
I'm just going to sense force to see if they're force animals at all.
They are not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, hang on a second. We could ride these bad boys out of here. Like the Eagles.
How you gonna catch you?
I don't know. 10-foot web span. I don't know if they could carry us.
I've got a net. But I don't think it's big enough to catch one. A 10-foot wingspan is.
One of them gets really close to your head, Grex. He goes as he dives by, and it climbs back up.
Was it threatening?
Yes, I interpreted it as such.
So you've got the Nagtatha brought the big battery pack for the e-web over, and he just carried it over and dropped it on the ground, and very methodically you hooked up the power to this e-web, and you've got it set there on the cliff face. What do you do exactly?
I hop behind it, and I'm just gonna see. So are they kind of clustered together? Because I've got this ability where I can like shoot between two squares, kind of thing.
They are just like in one great big spiraling circle.
Okay, well then I'm just gonna pick whatever one is closest that I think. This thing's got a super long range, so I'm just gonna start shooting at them, trying to take them out of the. I'm gonna try to shoot them out of the sky.
So go ahead and fire.
Okay. So just like I said, I don't know. Whichever one looks like it's about to dive, I guess. That's gonna be a 10.
A 10 to hit?
Yeah.
Okay. So what you find as you shoot is this is a personal cannon sort of thing that's made for a battlefield. It's not really made for aerial like combat against aviation type devices. So it actually has a maximum height of about 40 degrees.
Oh.
So when you fire it, you get pretty close to this the swooping bird, but it actually the shot goes wide. One of them comes down and actually perches about 15 feet from you, Grex, and because you're the leader and you're the leader in the group, and it looks at you like this, and it emits this terrible howl.
I'm sorry, I didn't have you on my screen there. Did it look at me kind of quizzically, or did it look at me like it was ready to eat me?
What's your will defense?
I think it's actually pretty okay. 15.
Okay, so like it lets out this this terrible shriek. What is the rest of your all's will defense?
14.
Big bad 12.
12.
Like how Scott said that 12.
Anybody else? What's your will defense?
What is it?
What's your
15
will
is what I
defense?
said. I don't know if you heard it.
What's that?
15.
15.
Oh. Should we
I'm
roll,
jumping
or
straight
just
off that
wait?
cliff, aren't I?
You want us
That
to
Fyor-
roll on it, or just
No, it's a score.
Oh, 14.
14. So as that one's sitting there perched, the next one comes down, and it, as it's soaring at your head, lets out another shriek. This one is actually for 13. So anyone under 13, you are actually the scream that it lets out is so painful to your ears, it disorients you, and you all move -1 on the condition track.
Crap.
Well, he ain't hurt me yet, but I really don't want to kill him, so I'm gonna set my weapon to stun and shoot him.
Oh shit.
To take my turn and transform into a deaf man.
You know what? I totally fucked up, and I'm sorry. I should have called for initiative whenever Grex had shot the weapon, and I didn't. So, roll for initiative.
Good.
My bad.
Oh, good man. Hey, Scott, is a knowledge check? Is that a full round action, like a knowledge biology?
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's more like maybe a standard action? I don't know.
That's what I kind of figured.
You would have to think about it. You're kind of in the heat of a moment, so.
14 for me, Scott.
Okay.
I will be heading up the rear with my big 3.
I got a 30.
Nice.
Nice.
At 20 plus.
I'm sorry,
10.
actually with plus 7, it'd be 10.
Okay. What you got there,
Killing
Grudey?
me.
I have a 22.
22.
Yep.
Okay.
Good buddy. Well, buddy, just play the best that you can. You sound really good back there.
And where are you at, Shiara?
Right now.
20.
Why are you yelling at me?
Not.
Zero I can do right now. What? And I heard you. I understand. Play with what you
Nothing.
can.
So what do you do, Grex?
Broken. All the are broken and messed up.
Well, I'm assuming they're hostile at this point, and yeah, I think Grex would just go ahead and attack. So I'm going to take, since he's on the barrel of it, I'm going to take my. I'm assuming is he in within? Well, I can move up to melee range. So I'm going to hit him. I'm going to take my vibro axe and swing at him and go for the kill.
Okay, it's actually a little too high for you to do any swinging, unless you're going to climb. You're going to have to climb.
Oh, did he get off the barrel?
No, he wasn't on the barrel. He was perched on a rock on the side of the cliff, about 20 feet away.
I don't know why I was thinking he was on the barrel. Okay, then I'm just going to shoot at him with my blaster carbine. Okay, my bad.
Okay, go for
I
it.
pictured that he perched on the barrel like a big asshole. 16?
16 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, so you hit.
Oh, nice. Okay, I was not certain on that. Let me see here. That's 2d10. 11 points of damage on him.
11.
Uh-huh.
Awfully pretty to kill.
So it shrieks out in pain, but it continues to fly. You could see the blaster bolt where it seared through the wing. You actually cut a great big hole in its wing, but it continues to fly because it's so big. It just continues to wheel around on those big wings. The other ones start to shriek a little more violently as they see that you hurt one of their compatriots. Now they're like, rah, rah, as they're going around. So what's up, Grudey?
Like I said, I've got switched my weapon to stun to try to drive him off. So.
Okay.
Oh. 14 to hit.
What's mine in there?
That happened to hit.
Yeah, I'm looking. Sorry. You actually the shot just misses, so the circles of the stun go out just as the bird dodges out of the way.
Okay.
What's up, Shiara?
Okay. I'll try to shoot at one. I don't think I hit. That is a 7.
A 7? Yeah, the shot definitely goes wide. So now the NPC, these big, beautiful birds that are making these awful noises, now they start to attack you kind of in a methodical fashion as they all swoop down with their wings. The one that you hit, Grex, he's coming for you.
What about Teegrun?
Oh! Yeah, you're right. Okay, you're up, Teegrun, sorry.
So I reach into my lapel. I pull out a grenade.
Nice.
A stun grenade.
Okay.
And pitch it into the air into their midst.
Okay. Cool. What's your roll?
Nat 20.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Okay. So what kind of range does it have on it?
Hang on a sec here. Talk on it. Darn it. I've lost all ability to. There we go. Dang it. Son of a bitch. There we go. There we go.
You don't have to show it to me. I believe you.
It's really, I've never rolled a nat 20 on a digital die.
They're like, yeah, we're going to make this really
I swear
hard.
they're loaded against you. I roll
I think so.
Let's see. Frag grenade or stun grenade. Let's see. 10-foot radius. 3d6 stun damage.
Hey, just aim for the knee.
I just wanted to throw it in their midst and see if I could scare them out of here.
I aim for the knee. He like kept me, but it ended up flipping around and killing me.
So 20-foot diameter should scare somebody.
20 foot? Wow. What's the damage?
3d6 stun damage.
Okay, so go ahead and roll.
Let's see. 12 points of stun damage.
12 points of stun damage. So now they're all squawking as the stun, like, you know, it sort of fans out and penetrates all of them. The one that actually the Grex had hit earlier with the blaster bolt, it starts to spiral. And
Wait a minute. Hey, Scott.
Yeah.
Star Wars 3.5. Does a 20 equal double damage?
Oh yeah, you're
Let
right.
me roll them again. So that was, did I say 11 or 12 points of damage?
12 points of damage.
Wow.
12 and 10 more, so 22 total.
Wow. I didn't see that coming. So let me tell everybody, I did not fudge the numbers on this. I rolled a dice to see how many of them he hit, and he hit every single one of them.
Whoa.
So sorry. Counter over.
And no dark side points accumulated.
So you see all these birds just like their wings go limp and they all just fall out of the sky. And some of them fall on the ground right there in front of you and behind you, and others just fall into the abyss way down the side of the cliff.
Oh, whoopsie. Sorry, guys. Just meant to scare you.
All right, so what are you doing?
Who wants wings and who wants legs?
So what are you all doing?
Well,
I think we need to get out of here before they wake up.
I'd take one look at Grex and say, "You hungry?"
I would like to make a knowledge biology check to try to know what these things are.
Okay, go for it.
Since they're not actively trying to eat our face right now.
I'll be right back. I'm going to take my plate downstairs. Give me 1 sec.
14.
14.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been on a few different worlds, especially your home world of Trandosha. Of course, there's a lot of big game on that planet, and a few of the other planets you've been to. But they're just birds. I mean, you've seen them before. They're kind of big. They're actually kind of average. There's nothing really impressive about them.
Very pedestrian giant birds.
Yeah. They're
Good
like
enough.
with a 10-foot wingspan, that sounds like a lot, but, like your common, like, black crows that are flying around here, a lot of them have a really pretty big wingspan. So they're actually not that big.
Maybe we should take some of them for food.
One eagle, I forget what it's called. He's got a wingspan of about 12 feet. So
Yeah, exactly. So these are about the size of eagles.
Oh, okay. I was picturing like a giant bird, like
No.
rings eagles.
Yeah, when you said you were going to ride them, I was laughing because I was like, yeah, that's going to work.
Yeah. No,
Can we grab
they're
some of
probably
them
big
for
enough
food?
they could pick up a small dog or something like that and carry it away.
Unless you all have food.
That makes sense. Okay. I guess carry on the way that we were going. Unless
Okay.
anybody-
So, is anybody grabbing the birds?
Yeah, I want to grab some for food because if we don't have food anyway, we'll need food.
Okay. How many of them are you grabbing?
Well, how big are their? I mean, are they the size of a chicken as far as the meat portion of the body, or?
Yeah, they're bigger than that. They're probably about 3 or 4 chickens. Like, they're pretty big
They're up
bird.
there, a large turkey type thing.
A turkey, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of them would feed all of us then.
Yes.
All right, so let's take one with us then, and then we've got food for the journey.
Yeah, Zach, you said you had a net, right?
Uh-huh.
You said you had a
Keep him
net.
fresh and keep him alive until we're ready to eat him.
That's true. That's true.
Okay. I don't know. Yeah, but that's going to blow our cover if we do anything at all.
Just for fairness' sake, let me roll, and I'm going to give you a number of rations that comes out of each one of these. So I'm going to roll. How many birds did you take exactly?
Well, you said it was like a giant, like a turkey, so I thought that's enough for all of us. So probably just one bird, unless people think we need two birds.
Okay.
Grex has a pretty big appetite.
All right, so let's take two birds.
So you actually, out of each one, you have about 20 rations. So a ration is a day's worth of food.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, and I rolled for that. That's where those numbers come from.
Okay.
That'll
So,
give us plenty to eat. If we take two of them, we'll have plenty to eat for a couple of days.
So where are y'all going? What are you doing? Just trekking on through the mountains? I know you don't really have a direction that you can go in. You don't have a choice. You just go.
Follow the
Going
path.
in that way that's going to get us off this rock.
Follow the yellow brick road.
am I still getting those impressions from the
being
west?
heard?
I'm sorry, say that.
Am I still getting like the evil and the good from the west?
Yes, it emerged like a something out of a fog, and it hit you like a wall, and it has been nonstop ever since it first came. Like a fog sort of lifted from your consciousness from where you had been down in this valley. Now that you're up and exposed, you actually feel this feeling, intense feeling, hitting you.
Okay.
And it's just nonstop. It's like a very so it gets about dusk again, and looks like
A real quick question: is there anything else with any communications? I'm gonna kind of try to keep that open and scanning just to see if we hear or see anything.
okay. So as you're walking throughout the day, you actually didn't hear anything. It was ever since the night before, you had that one sporadic communication that Grudey had actually heard before when you all had first met up. But no, you didn't hear any communications today.
All right.
So now it's about dusk again. So what are you going to do?
Are we still at the top of the mountains, or are we going down into the valleys, or?
Yeah, you're still traveling like up and down, up and down, up and down. It's very arduous travel.
Start doing what we did last night. Start looking for an overhang or a cave or anything, and
Okay.
minimum shelter. We got chicken or we got bird to eat.
Okay, so you're going to look for go ahead and roll a survival check again.
I'm dying out here.
Yay.
Got a 15 again. Roll that same 12 over again.
I can't find dirt, dude.
You're doing real good, huh?
I rolled a 2. I got a 3.
What'd you get, Shiara?
23.
23.
Somebody can find us. a place
Anybody
to
else
spend the
rolling?
night.
16.
You rolling, Grex, or you?
Oh, yeah, I had a 14.
A 14. Okay, so actually, as you cross another saddle, Shiara gets this instinct about her that something, maybe instead of going right, she goes left and goes up the side of the mountain a little bit and is able to find another rock shelter where you can hide yourself for the evenings.
Okay.
So what are you all doing?
Look for the shrubbery and stuff to make another little fire.
The shrubbery.
It is a fire. Bring me a shrubbery.
Shrubbery.
If it's there, I found it.
And you already rolled a 15, Grudey, so I'm going to let you have it. I'm just going to say that you went out and you gathered up some shrubs and whatnot, some dried up brush.
We can cook some bird now.
Bird.
Have roast bird.
Okay, and is anyone's? Are you all going to sleep again, or what are you going to do?
Just like we did last time.
Yeah, I'll take first watch again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Seems to work, so it worked.
Not everyone can see in the dark.
Before I go to sleep, I'm gonna use the force. I want to sense how, kind of get a notion of how far away this good and bad force are that I keep feeling.
Don't know what that would be. Sense force. I don't know, were you doing sense force or something?
It's the use the force skill.
Oh.
Sense force is part of it. That's what I'm doing, is sensing the force. You can, let's see, location that is strong in the dark side can be sensed out to a range of 1 kilometer.
Out to 1 kilometer.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's actually, it must be pretty powerful because it goes all the way out to the end.
So it's further away than actually a kilometer.
Yeah.
All right. And same with the force for the good.
Yes. And actually it's kind of a mixed signal. It all seems to feel like it's coming from the same place.
Okay.
It's very
same
confused.
location, but 2 different sides of the force.
So go ahead and everybody take a perception check.
I got a nat 20, so 28.
13.
Perception.
I think I just lost.
23.
23.
Yeah,
so Grudey, as you sleep, you feel something scrambling around on you.
Whoa.
What?
No.
Ooh, bugs.
Bed bugs.
And it doesn't feel small. It feels pretty substantial. It's almost like someone laid something long and snaky on you.
Oh no. We're in a snake pit.
Well, I'm going to throw my cloak off and stand up and shout.
And as you do that, as you throw back your cloak and stand up, and you can see the creature I just posted, right?
Ooh, pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The pretty snake.
It's another beautiful creature. And as you you stand up and throw up your cloak, it gives you this look like, what the hey? And then it goes, Gah! And snaps at you to bite you.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay.
Can I... Well, I guess with the 28, I noticed... Did I know...
Oh, yeah, you noticed it. Everybody with more than a 16 saw it.
So roll for initiative?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll continue on my watch.
So if I roll a 10, am I still asleep?
Yeah.
So, because I don't.
Shiara is still asleep. Yes.
Okay.
Everybody lower than 16, and Teegrun just got distracted. He was looking at some clouds. They were really pretty.
I was polishing my grenades.
21 for initiative, so
21.
yeah.
Okay.
I've got an 18.
So Grudey
plus 5.
Grex.
I really want to try to catch this thing because I feel like we could use it later for a distraction.
What'd you get, Fyor?
Me?
Did you roll anything?
Dude, I'm over here drilling on my shoes, okay?
Say what?
I'm banging my head against a rock wall. I rolled a 2.
Rolled a what?
I got a 3.
A 3.
Gosh.
What's your dex bonus?
All right, what does Shiara and Grudey or Teegrun get? Because you all are probably going
I'm
to.
asleep.
Yeah.
14.
14.
Do I need initiative?
Yeah, just go ahead and roll for it in case you wake up.
Okay, so I'm going to wake up slowly, apparently, because that's going to be a 10.
A 10. What did you get, Teegrun? 14?
14.
Okay. This is hard. The initiative's hard. Why is Jason not here?
Oh, he's your initiative dude. That's right.
The keeper of the initiatives.
All right. So actually, the snake-like creature is able to snap at you,
Mm-hmm.
and what's your reflex defense?
19.
19. And so, like, it kind of soft gums you. It's like, nyah, 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 nyah. But it's trying. It's like,
It's trying, huh?
yeah.
It's trying to hurt me anyway, huh?
Yeah. So you're up, Grudey.
All right, well, I'm going to take the butt of my blaster rifle and smack it right in the head with it.
Okay. So go ahead and hit it, or roll to hit.
21.
21. Let me look up the rules because I want to look up attack with an object.
Yeah, basically a club, basically. We had D6 plus my strength, probably.
Yeah, I'm going to give you 1d6 plus your strength.
Yeah, that's generally what that stuff is. So
Go for it.
Uh, 10 altogether with my strength bonus. Or no, I'm sorry, 9.
So you almost completely, when you hit it, bludgeon it, you almost cut it in half, and its skin
Damn.
sort of flies open, and he goes,
Uh-huh.
it goes to attack you again. So who's up next? Grex.
Okay, I want to try to. So it's been hit. I'm gonna like catch it. Like, is it small enough to where I could catch it like a snake, like grab it by the back of the head, kind of thing?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I want to do that. I want to try to grab a hold of it, and I have a feeling we could make use of this thing later for some reason. Just gut feeling.
Yeah, I'm thinking about
What is that, Scott? Is that a? What do I need to do to get him?
You have to do a grab, so it's just an unarmed attack.
Okay. Okay.
It's your base attack.
Sure. 14. Damn
14. And it's a slippery little thing, but you succeed in grabbing it, but like as you're trying to wrangle it, it's like sliding through your claws. And it's like gross because like it's like there's like this gooey stuff that's just sliming off onto your hands as you're trying, and there's this mixed with this blue blood that's coming out of its guts as it bleeds on you.
This was a terrible idea.
So like he's standing there and like the snake's going like this. It's like flopping back and forth.
I am full of regrets at that.
Mistakes were made.
Yeah. But I've got a hold of him. I want to try and I don't know what I've got. I want to like try to cram in a bag or something. in my backpack there. I want to like stuff him in the backpack.
Do you got room in your backpack?
Oh, no, actually I don't. Well, hang on. Let me see here. I would be wearing my combat gloves, so I guess. Well, I don't want him to bleed all over my stuff. So that's probably not good. Now that I've got him, I just want to throw him. Like, just yeet him off the cliff.
So you can only grab him in this round. Shiara, you slowly open your eyes and you look over from your bedroll and you see Grex. They're like playing with this snake. It looks like, and this thing is shrieking and kind of moving through his hands. So what do you do, Teegrun?
I'm going to sit and watch in amusement.
Why I thought grabbing
About
this.
all I can do now.
Okay. Shiara?
Oh, I'm watching too. I'm like, Snake, okay, just watching what he does with it.
Now that he's got it.
He's got it.
Okay, Fyor, see? You made it. You made it. What do you do?
I'm sitting there going, ooh, pretty blue blood. Dude, I had a 3.
Oh my gosh!
Okay, so
What the Hades?
it's back to this creature, and it actually turns on Grex and bites you on the arm.
Yeah, I don't know why I did this. This was dumb.
And it's more nom 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 nom, like it's not penetrating your skin. Like it's just sort of like you feel this soft gummy like but gross sort of feeling.
It's a gummy worm. That joke was great, and I'm mad that nobody laughed.
Okay, you're up, Grudey.
Well, I would have to get involved in his hand-to-hand now. I'm just going to have to watch and see if he can manage to throw it over the damn cliff.
Okay, so Grex is back to you.
All right, well, I've got a hold of this stupid snake for some reason. That was, I don't like this. I'm gonna yeet him over the cliff.
Okay. So go ahead. Just make an attack roll.
Okay,
How about that?
that'll be fine. That's a 23.
Woo!
Fling him.
Yeah. So he just he flings this little creature end over end. And as it goes out, like some of the blood like spurts on his face as it like flies out into the abyss.
Bless his little heart.
Yeah.
I don't know why. But
All he did was gum you, dude.
mistakes were made. I'm full of regrets right now. Course of action that I don't know why. I really thought I was going to catch him.
He's going to need a shower by the time he gets done with this thing.
I really had like a plan that I was going to catch this snake, and then we were going to use him later and like throw him in the midst of stormtroopers and cause panic. I don't know. I was kind of making it up as I went.
Okay. So the rest of the night goes on uneventful. You wake up, and it's another cool morning. The fire in the shelter saved you from near certain death from where it was so cold in the mountains that evening. But you were able to keep warm long enough. You are now into the second day traveling in the mountains, and pretty much like I said, nothing happened. Now you woke up, you're fully rested again. So any hit points that you are down, you can replenish up to your character level.
Any communications that we're hearing?
No, it's dead air again.
Oh.
There's what I'm good for. And not even a good radio station, 92.1. K-Love, anything? I mean,
Caleb.
As we're kind of making our way through here, I do want to keep an eye out and see if maybe there's any tracks or any sign that anybody's come through here or anything like that that kind of gives us a direction to make.
The path is really well worn. It is a trail, and you don't really see any sort of footprints or whatnot. But it's the most obvious path through the mountain. It's igneous rock, so igneous, wears away very. It's very hard to erode, and so the footpath that you see through the mountains is something that has been built over generations and generations and generations of foot travel.
Okay, cool. So I mean, I have a good idea that we're going at least a correct way.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Good enough. I just want to make sure we weren't just bumbling off in the mountains somewhere.
So the next morning, as you continue to travel,
Like I said, about once an hour we turn the radios on and see if we can track and hear anything. But
What is the battery life on those things, Peel?
It uses the same power packs as the weapons. It's the same thing.
Okay.
Just uses a recharge pack like those.
Yeah. So I'm going to say about 1 bullet worth of energy is probably gone to per day to charge these things.
Yeah. If I had my droid, I could recharge it with him, but he's gone.
You all now move into a valley. The path descends down a little bit, and in the mountains, you're now appearing to approach what is a mountain cirque. And the cirque is like a glacier of water that is collected in a bowl of a valley. And as you approach, you look deeper into the cirque, and it's a very large body of water. It's frozen solid, and you look across, and it's strewn with all these enormous boulders. There's some that are big as spaceships. There's others that are big as land speeders, all of different sizes. Some are like little pebbles, like the pea gravel that you find at Lowe's. And so you look. Hold on. I'm having technical difficulties. I'm sorry.
All right.
Please excuse us.
Mike, what is that over your right shoulder? Is that a computer?
Yeah, it's a PC I'm building. It's going to be what's called an open stack server. It's a pretty ballsy little motherboard with a bunch of RAM in it. Kind of a little combination appliance. It's a firewall and storage mechanism and a pretty good gaming computer too.
Yeah.
The Photoshop decided that it was going to maximize the window where I couldn't get to it, and it wouldn't let me do anything with it. So I had to close it.
Did you take the jetpack? Was that who has the jetpack?
I gave it to somebody.
The Wookiee has the jetpack.
Okay.
So this is what you see.
Okay.
You're right there on the edge. It's kind of like a sandy little area. There's little rocks that have fallen way up here from the mountains. And as you look in, you can see the frozen Cirque Glacier that's in the valley.
This thing looks solid enough to cross, I'm assuming, with all the rocks falling down on it and everything.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I guess we'll just continue across it since it's kind of the obvious path.
Okay, so Grex goes to move across it, and he finds immediately as he steps on, it's very slippery. Like, it's slippery as glass. And you're only able to move about 3 of your movement.
Take your shoes off and go on socks.
I was going to say, I was like, well, I've got clawed feet, in all seriousness.
Mm-hmm.
Could I take my boots off and use my claws to...
Oh, I didn't think you had boots on.
Oh, I don't know. We never decided on that. like, would it be uncommon, or would it be more common for a Trandoshan to have boots on? Or I guess he wouldn't have shoes on because he's really good at climbing.
All the images that I see of them are barefoot.
Okay, then I'll be barefoot then.
So maybe it's like hands. So go ahead and roll a acrobatic check.
That's kind of what I'll say. I don't think we ever made a determination, but yeah, we'll just say that he's always been barefoot because he's a good climber. So, hey, that'll be a 23.
Okay, so 23, you're able to move your full movement. So you move a full 6 squares.
Okay.
That turn.
And go ahead and roll a d20 and give me your dexterity bonus.
Okay. Oh, shit. That ain't good. That is going to be a solid 5.
A 5?
So
as you're taking your claws and you're very carefully moving along, you move your full distance, but then you're not really able to see through the ice that well. You actually break through the ice and drop down into about waist deep, and you take about you take 3 points of damage.
Oh, damn. Okay.
From cold, and because it's super cold.
So the ice isn't completely frozen.
Okay. All right.
I will go try to help him get back up or out.
Yeah.
What do I need to roll?
If you're going to reach him, you're kind of far back. You may not be able to reach him, but go ahead and roll an acrobatics check if you're going to get close to him.
11.
11? And so you actually are through the I'm going to let you get up to the edge here to where it changes, and then I'm going to let you move about 3. So you move about 3 spaces, but you can't really move faster than that because it's so difficult to walk on. Go ahead and roll. Give me a dexterity saving throw again.
On me?
So you roll a d20 and then you add your dexterity bonus. What happened to Grudey?
As soon as I can get a chance to roll, I'm gonna go right up there and try to help him.
Okay.
14.
14. And so you also pop through the ice. It's about waist deep, and you take 2 points of damage.
Crap.
Now I got to try to dig 2 of them out, huh? Well, I rolled a 23 to get up there to them.
Okay. So, Grudey, you walk up to the edge. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're walking to Grex or Fyor?
Yeah, do Grex because he was the one that went in first.
Okay, so you go to Grex.
Yeah. Now I guess I got to make the dex roll.
No, you don't.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm gonna.
Honestly, I'm pretty
Try
strong.
to pull him out of the damn hole.
I can
Have any
probably pull
rope?
myself out, like from like pushing out from a waist deep thing.
Okay. So Grex and Grudey kind of slip on the ground as Grudey is trying to pull up Grex, and he safely extricates you from the cold water ice.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're now standing on top. Anybody else moving?
Everybody's out now?
Yeah, everybody's out.
Yeah, I'll move forward carefully, and I'll skirt kind of away from where they were, because that ice is obviously...
Okay.
Crap. Thinking about breaking out the jetpack.
Gonna have to land.
Go ahead and roll a acrobatics check, Shiara.
Well, it's just going to be straight dex, because I don't have acrobatics. That is going to be a 14.
14. So you actually only move it. You walk very carefully, but you only move about 3 spaces. I'm going to say Nagtatha, he's just like, looks at you all kind of funny, goes, "Meow," and just walks right past you. Like, what are you all doing?
We'll try to get across this the best we
Sliding
can.
on his fur.
Okay, Teegrun, what you doing?
All right, I'm going to go.
Okay,
Acrobatics. Oh, 26.
26. So Teegrun's also like kind of pimp walking out there. And he's like, what are y'all doing? I'm sorry. I'm playing Mike's character for him. I shouldn't do that. What do you do, Teegrun?
Pimp walking.
Okay.
I knew that was good. I knew that's where it was going.
It's easy stuff. I don't know what's wrong with you people.
Okay, so, all right, next up in the order, Grex, what are you doing?
More of the same, I reckon.
Okay, go ahead and roll your acrobatics check.
I'm going to head towards those rocks, and because I'm assuming if the rocks are there, it's going to be a little more stable ground.
Which rock are you going towards?
I'm going to go towards the biggest one on the left there.
Okay, cool.
Because I know, it's, maybe a little metagame, but I'm assuming that it's going to be more sturdy on the corners than on the center.
Okay.
So that's going to be an 18 for my
An 18?
Uh-huh.
So you slide across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I'm kind of messy with the numbers, I do apologize.
It doesn't mess with the game any.
We'll put it right there. All right, Fyor, what you doing?
I'm going to stay kind of, I guess, towards the edge, too, in case I drop through this. It's not as deep. And go up towards the rocks where he's going.
Okay. So go ahead and roll your acrobatics check.
Finally, I got a 29.
29? Wow.
At 20 plus 9.
So, whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So you move on up that way. And Fyor seems to be getting the hang of it. Okay, Grudey, what you doing?
Walk on.
Okay, you rolling?
Hold on. 22.
22. Where are you moving? Up towards Grex?
Yep. Seeing his shadow.
Okay. Nagtatha, I'm just going to go ahead and move him. Because actually, I can hide him. Because he doesn't matter.
That was the last one. Okay, thank you.
Okay, Shiara. Or was it Teegrun?
I'm already moved.
Well, this is the new round.
Oh, okay. I'm going to keep going. Another check?
Yep.
Ooh. 17.
Okay, so you're moving up towards Grex and them?
Yep.
6.
I make it.
Okay. Yep. And Shiara.
I rolled a 1, so I probably fell down.
Oh no. Yeah, you watch
I'm sliding across the ice on my ass.
you watch Shiara, her feet just totally fly out from underneath of her. She falls on her dearie ear.
It's your year.
Meant to do that.
I'm going to bust that ass.
Now just throw your hands up in the air and go, ta-da!
We all hold up scorecards.
And through the 2 holes of ice created by Grex and Fyor, you see these 2 worm-type creatures pop up through the
Oh,
holes.
crap. Purple worms. Ride them.
And they're both they're about 8 feet long and about 2 feet in diameter. They're pretty large creatures.
Purple worm. 8 feet
Shoot him.
long worm.
Shoot him dead.
And suddenly we're in Dune. Okay. Do they seem? Are they looking at us? I mean, I see they don't have eyes, but are they? Does it seem like they're acknowledging us, or are they just like the hell? There's a hole in the ice, kind of thing?
Oh, they're totally looking at you. In fact, they're coming at you now.
All right, roll for initiative.
Yep, roll for initiative.
Ooh, crap. 19.
Nice.
21.
21.
21. We got a lot of 21s.
What's your all's dex bonus relative to each other?
3.
3.
Shiara's?
Also 3, but I've got an initiative of 10.
Okay, do a roll off to see between Shiara, Grex, and Fyor who gets the first.
Just a raw 20.
Yeah.
Just a raw 20. 11.
11.
I've got a 19.
Okay,
I
so
got 24.
it sounds like Grex won the draw, and then Teegrun, did you get the same number as them?
Yes, I got the same as Barb, 11.
Okay, so roll again.
Ooh, 4.
15.
Cool. So
Play golf, low number wins.
what'd you get, Fyor?
Oh, I had a 5 last time. I thought I was on a low part of that. But I just rolled a 6.
Okay.
Well, plus 2 is 8.
What'd you get, Grudey?
24.
Okay.
Now, you know the first time I rolled a 21, though, right? I was in the top 3.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You all were doing a roll off to see who won.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So now, it's Grudey, Grex, Shiara, Teegrun, Fyor, and then the purple worms, the frost worms that are so vicious, popping up and they're squiggling now, and they're doing this weird thing where they're kind of like squiggling at you across the ice.
You, sir, keep your squiggling to yourself.
I'm going to shoot the damn things. Oh, here's what I get.
Now, where on the map are they, actually?
Hold on.
Because is Shiara on the other side of them from us after she fell?
Yeah, I wasn't very far along.
Because I was kind of where Gertie's box is, I think, but
Yeah. So they're about right here and here.
I'm going to shoot number 1.
Okay, go for it, Grudey.
This is going to hurt. That's a natural 20. That's the first one I've rolled tonight.
Ouch.
7, 11, 13. 18 on the second. So 13, 18 is 31.
Ouch. So the first worm that you hit, you see the blaster bolt kind of absorb into the skin for a second, and you think it's not going to do anything because it continues to writhe like it's going to attack you, and then all of a sudden, like, it sort of realizes that it's dead, and it falls over.
It just falls over. Okay.
Yeah.
Low nervous system, yeah.
Oh, I'm dead.
I'm dead. How you wake
I'm
up?
going to kill. Oh, wait, no, I'm dead.
All right, so let's see, Grex.
All right. I'm going to So we can only move normally about 3 inches, right? Or 3 spaces safely without doing...
You can move the full 6 with an acrobatics check.
But that's a standard action, right?
No, it's a move action.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to first attempt to continue backwards along the ice, and then I'm going to turn and shoot at the number 2.
Okay.
Ooh, never mind. I'm going to move 3 then, because I rolled a 1.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3. Go ahead and roll your dexterity.
Yeah, I may have eaten shit. That's not too bad. That's going to be a 21.
21. So you stop, you skid to a halt, but you're like standing there sort of like this for a second, hoping that you don't fall through the ice.
Okay.
And then you fire?
Yep.
So go ahead and shoot.
I'm going to shoot at it, and that's going to be, an 18.
An 18 to hit?
Uh-huh.
Okay, what's your damage?
21 plus, hang on, let me see. 22.
22?
Uh-huh.
So this one also, the skin of these things is really weird. So the blaster bolt penetrates the skin, but then you see it just sort of like absorbs into the whole outside layer before it falls over and dies. So it's like a very slow process. It's not something that's happening quickly. But you've killed both of the creatures that came out of the hole.
All right.
All right. So what are you doing?
I want to go get them and look at them.
Actually, let's go to Shiara because we'll stay with this initiative that we established.
I'm scooting across on my ass. No, I'll get up and walk. Try to catch up a little bit where everybody is without falling down. I need to make a roll, I assume.
Yep.
Okay, so that is a 14.
Yeah. So you only make it about 3, and then you get really uneasy, and so you stop. Okay, Teegrun.
Well, moving along with everybody else up there with Grex.
Okay, roll your acrobatics.
21.
21. So Teegrun just keeps on moving along.
Pimp walk.
He just walks past you, Grex, and just sort of looks at you like, what are you doing? Okay, Fyor, what's up?
That was my turn?
Yep.
Okay. I want to go back and grab these things and look at them. Rolled a 20. Well, I'm sorry, I rolled 11, got a 20.
Rolled 11, got a 20, huh?
My acrobatics is 9.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you're going back to where they're actually at. You don't have to go far. There was one that died just in the hole right next to where you were a few minutes ago, or a few seconds ago.
Okay. I want to look at this thing, poke it, prod it, see what kind of skin this has. I do have a knife. Pull it out and possibly even fillet it open.
Okay, so go ahead and you bend over and you fillet this this creature open, and you have a very difficult time doing it. The skin is very thick, like I'm talking inches thick, and you go, and it's like, I guess, cutting through maybe what whale blubber would be sort of like. It's just it's very tough, hardy creature. But as you open it up, you just see it's a very simple organism, you know?
Okay.
It's like a giant snake.
You said this thing's about 8 foot long?
Mm-hmm.
About how big in diameter?
It's about 1 to 2 feet in diameter, about 8 feet long.
How much does that weigh?
About 200 pounds.
Oh.
Just the skin.
Okay. Well, I'm not picking it up and slinging it over my shoulder.
Just the skin. Just the skin.
Huh. I want to cut off about a 2-foot section of this thing.
Okay. So,
well, I don't know. I'm just I don't know. I'm thinking of different things.
it's all right. It's all right. So it's about you sit there and you work at it feverishly to cut this thing because it's very hard to cut, but you keep going and you cut off about a 50-pound section.
Okay.
How many kilograms does that equal? Let's see here.
20. It's about 26 or 27.
27. Do you have that much?
Okay, I
space
do not.
back?
So I just leave it there.
Oh, you said 50. How many? You said 50 kilograms?
50 pounds.
50 pounds. Yeah,
It's too like in the source I got it out of. It's 200 pounds, but I know that Star Wars is in kilograms, so that's why I was having you adapt it.
All right, never mind. Just leave it there. I was thinking about like making some armor or some type of something, but man, if it's that heavy, hell with it.
Y'all are still looking at the map, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect.
50 pounds is 22.6 kilograms.
That's about gone.
How's that?
Nope.
Is it back?
Yep.
Cool. All right, so it's back to the top of the order. Grudey, what are you doing?
Head to head. Or gone.
What'd you roll?
13 plus 9 is 21. 22.
Okay, do you move up here where these guys are at?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to put you about right there.
Okay.
Okay, Grex, what are you doing?
Let me see here. Are the rocks, are they covered in ice too?
No, they're just laying on top of the glacier.
Then I want to try to kind of jump from rock to rock.
Okay,
Tremors.
that's a cool idea.
Yeah.
Are you getting on this one right here?
Yeah, I guess that'd probably be the best way to maximize my movement.
Okay, that's a cool idea.
So I'm going to climb up there, and I want to jump to the next one, and if I can, I want to try to jump to that one that's like right in the corner of my picture.
Well, I don't know what that looks like. Is it the one that your blue line, is it the one that's running through, or?
Well, I guess I would have to first jump to. Well, I don't know. I've got enough movement to go to the top right corner of my picture. That rock there.
Right here?
No, 2 over to the left.
Right there?
No.
Right there?
No, you were on the one you were just on. Sorry.
That one right there?
Yep, that one.
Okay. So it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's about 30 feet.
I'm assuming the movement and jump, I'm assuming, are different for the purpose of this game, yeah.
Yeah, and you've already moved about half of your movement.
Well, I've got a jump of 10, actually. I didn't know that had a jump skill.
So a long jump.
Jumping Trandoshan.
So actually, just let me tell you, Grex, I like what you're doing. It's cool. Like, hey, you're thinking outside of the box. DC is equal to 3 times the distance, so it's a DC of 90. If you can beat a 90.
Okay, well, then I'm just going to use my action this round to jump to the closest rock.
Basically you need a natural 20 to get that far.
Yep. So this one right here?
Yeah, I'm just going to jump to that one.
Okay, so go ahead and roll.
Okay. Motherfucker. I rolled a natural 20.
You rolled a 20?
Yes.
So how do you do it?
Well, shit, I can I go back and say I'm jumping to the far one? I know. No, I can't. I already declared my action. I guess in the most graceful. I don't even jump. You guys just see me walk across the air, like the Cirque du Soleil people when they're doing their aerial acrobatics. It just blows minds, and I literally just walk on the air like there's a magic bridge.
Do an aerial.
Ta-da!
I
Oh,
could have made it.
do you stick your
Yeah.
landing?
Oh, absolutely. Hands in the air.
Yeah. All right, Shiara, what's up?
I'm butthurt. I could
I'm
have.
just continuing on as best I can across this ice.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay, so that is a 17.
17. Nice. So are you heading in the same general direction as the rest of the guys?
Just following everybody else.
3, 4, 5, 6. So about right there in the middle of the Grudey picture. Okay, Teegrun.
All right, moving up there with Grex. We're moving past him a little. Getting on through here.
Roll an acrobatics check.
Well, hang on, my die roll won't roll. Wait to refresh the page. 24. Pimp walking.
Cool. So you're moving along in the world. Fyor.
I'm just following along everybody else. I'm not dancing from boulder to boulder, but I've got 18.
18?
Yeah.
Nice. 1, 2, 3. So moving along. Okay, so Grudey.
Trudge on. And I rolled a natural 20, so
Nice.
whatever it is, don't matter.
Okay.
So how is this? You said we're in a bowl shape, more or less.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. Between the mountain peaks. It's in a glacier. Okay, Grex.
There's nothing I can really jump to easily because there's no way I'm gonna roll another 20. I guess I'll just make my acrobatics check and just try to go forward a little more.
Okay.
Hey, not bad. That's gonna be a 25.
Wow.
No, sorry, 22.
Shiara?
All right, so I'm trudging forward 24.
24. Nice.
Just waiting to see what we're going to run into in the middle of this minefield.
It's a whole Wampa village.
Hey, that's a good idea. Teegrun.
All right, moving on. Uh-oh, 13.
13. So you only move about 3 spots. Okay, Fyor.
21. I'm just continuing along the edge towards the big boulder up there.
Okay. And Grudey.
What will I do? I can see. That's 13, 18.
Nice. Same direction?
Yep.
Grex.
All right, gonna keep going forward.
Okay.
That'll be a 24. I'm burning all of my hot dice to shimmy across the pond.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Okay. Shiara.
Okay, let's see. That's a 23. Rolling well here.
Nice. Y'all are just moving along.
And then suddenly a landslide.
That's what I'm expecting.
Rocks fall. You're dead.
Okay, Teegrun.
All right, let's move again. Oh, there we go. 27.
Y'all are some high rollers.
I got a good acrobatics check.
Yeah.
Okay. Fyor.
21. I was rolling 2s and 3s earlier. At least I'm rolling 12s now.
Okay, Grudey.
Word. 27.
27.
Yeah. Rolled an 18. What can I say?
Okay, Grex.
We're gonna keep doing more of the same. I'm assuming that there's a reason that the center is a different color. Like, does it look like a different color when we're on the glacier itself?
You really can't tell. You're not a hydrologist, so you don't really know. It's just it's just a modeled, mix of different colors, pinks and blues and swirling whites, and I'm not even sure if this is really even water.
I'm going to use knowledge hydrologist. Okay. I guess
it's made of ice 9. Take a bite.
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna kind of continue on forward towards the rocks there, and
this way, straight up, left,
straight up.
right.
We're gonna keep going straight up.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
21.
21.
Huh?
Go ahead and roll a dexterity check.
And suddenly, Sarlacc pit. 16.
16.
Suddenly, Sarlacc. That sounds like a new fragrance.
Your foot, the heel, gets caught on a piece of like it's like a perforated piece of the ice, and just as you step your heel down into it, it cracks open, but it doesn't break all the way, and you immediately pull your foot off, and you're secure. Okay, Shiara.
Right. So continuing, that is a 20.
20. Nice. Up towards Grex.
Yep.
Can everybody see the map okay?
Yep.
Cool. Okay, Teegrun.
Even 20.
Nice. Past Grex.
Oh, yeah. We're in a race. Nice feet, Grex.
You're welcome to win this race.
Power walking.
Go ahead and roll a dexterity check, Teegrun.
What, did I do something bad?
I'm so
Oh,
sad.
that's not bad. Just a raw dex check.
Yep.
Like 20 plus my dex modifier.
Yep. Wow. Okay.
And that's it.
Yeah. So you actually
How about a 7?
a 7?
I rolled a modified 7.
Oh,
Modified 7. Arr.
Twinkle toes.
Yeah. So you bust through the ice, and now you're waist deep in the cold, freezing water, and you take 2 points of damage.
Grex sees this after your
My smart aleck
about
comment.
my feet, and I just
Very funny, Scales.
All right, Fyor.
27.
I swear y'all are some high rollers. I think y'all are cheaters. 1, 2.
Got an 18
3.
on that one.
I'm just kidding. I don't think y'all are cheaters.
Oh, you're good.
I cheated on that 7. I actually rolled a 3 plus my dex for a 6.
Yeah, but I'm cheating. A minute ago, I was rolling 2. Like I said, in that cave, y'all are
All right.
fighting a snake, and I'm rolling 2s.
All right, Grudey.
Head against the wall.
Alright. 10 plus 9 is 19.
Oh, that's not Grudey. That's correct.
No, I'm green.
And Grudey takes the lead.
Dang it.
Grex.
I am going to. Why can I never remember your character's name, Mike?
T. Just T.
Yes, T. Okay.
Bigger.
I am going to move up. I'm going to use, and I'm going to help pull him up out of the ice.
Okay. So you stop on Weird.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's put us closer.
So you're right there, and you reach down and you pull him up out of the ice.
Wow.
All right, who's next?
I don't know.
Thank you. I won't make fun of you anymore.
So Shiara,
17.
17. Gracefully, you just continue on. And Fyor. Or no, Teegrun, sorry. God, I'm getting tired. Teegrun.
22.
Do, 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 do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you keep on moving along. And Fyor.
17.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
There we are. Right into the tundra.
Go ahead and roll a dexterity check there, Fyor.
I rolled a 17 plus 2, 19.
19. Nice. You actually almost accidentally step on the perforated crack that that Grex left behind, and you pull your foot off of it before you put any weight on it. Okay, so Grudey.
Our character didn't move yet.
Did Barb not move?
I moved.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Grudey.
What do you do? Just sit there going,
24.
It's, mhm.
Okay. So who's
Just hold it, you can't hit the swords. You just have to get
Me next to me.
so go Grex.
I am going to move up to the rock that's directly in front of me and climb up on it.
This one right here?
Yep. That is going to, 17 actions.
17 to okay. So you make it, and you're able to climb up on it. They're not large boulders. They're just kind of big around.
They're not slippery.
And go ahead and roll a dexterity check.
That'll be a 14.
A 14. So right as you stepped up on the boulder, your foot splashed down through the ice, and it broke another hole in the ice, and it's right next to the boulder. But you didn't fall in.
Good deal.
Shiara.
All right. Where did my die go? I lost my die. Hold on. A 10. I'm not moving fast now.
Okay, so you move 3. And then go ahead and roll a dexterity check.
11.
11. So you fall through the ice
Ah!
and take 4 points of damage.
Still fun.
Teegrun.
Off we go. Nat 20.
Woo. And roll for dexterity.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
I'm just going to keep that one. Just back-to-back Nat 20s. I'm just kidding.
Oh.
I'm kidding.
Just gonna keep
Raw
recycling.
dex 11. Crap.
11. Yeah, you bust through. 4
So
points.
the first is an acrobatics check, and the other is a check to see if I fall through the ice.
Yeah, because it's a surprise. It's kind of like a saving throw.
Surprise!
Yeah.
All right.
You hear me laughing again from behind you.
How much damage did I take?
4 points.
Yikes. God, are we ever going to get out of this ice?
Hey, be small and light on your feet.
Two things I am not.
Fortunately, I am.
I'm going to take my next turn to transform into a starving Ethiopian.
Oh.
A pygmy from New Guinea.
Okay, Fyor.
All right. How much trouble is she having? Barb having?
Well, she's just taking it slow, it looks like.
I'm just
Oh,
taking a
rude.
bath.
If she fell through, does it look like she needs any assistance or anything? Or since I'm right there. I guess move on forward. I kind of go to the left of all these people, I guess.
Okay, roll a acrobatics check.
21.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead and roll for dexterity check too.
12.
12, and you bust through the ice as well. Take 1 point of damage.
How come he only takes 1 point of damage, man?
I went to the left.
Then all of a sudden, you have 4 more of these purple worm creatures.
Worms.
Oops.
Hit one after another.
They pop up through in different. They actually make their own holes this time, and breach through the ice.
They need to make a dex check. You make an acrobatics check.
Make sure they can actually wiggle in a straight line.
And right below, actually, where Grex busted through the ice right as he was climbing up onto the thing, this one is like coming up onto the boulder and it's grabbing at your feet. It's like,
No. I don't like that. That's not good. See if you can stop that.
so you're up, Grudey.
I'm going to shoot number 1.
Okay, go for it.
17, 21 to hit.
Okay, that's a hit. What's the damage?
I get my dice out here.
Yeah, definitely so. If they're going to kind of go pure silver too much.
17.
17?
Yeah.
Okay, so you shoot this one. It kind of, that thick skin absorbs the blaster bolt just like the other ones did before it.
Whoa.
But it actually is still writhing. And, okay, so what's up, Grex?
All right, I'm gonna hit him with my axe.
The one behind you?
Yeah, I'm gonna hit him with the axe.
Okay.
Not a 17.
17 to hit. Okay, what's your damage?
It's gonna be. That's not bad. 16 points of damage on him.
16 points.
Uh-huh.
And this one, you cut through it partially, kind of goes down its spine, and now it's got like some of that blue blood that you saw with that little tiny snake creature that you were handling the night before.
This was his family.
Okay, Shiara, you're up.
All right, I will shoot at number 4. And that is a 19 to hit. That hit it? Is it 19?
Yes, yeah, sorry. 19 to hit.
Okay. 14 points damage.
14. And this one, are you shooting it or what?
I'm shooting it, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you carefully you pick up your weapon, aim at the
It's your
part
laptop
where
memory, Dave. Sorry.
Grex had already had cut it, and you actually cut the worm the rest of the way in half by shooting into the hole, basically.
Right.
All right, Teegrun, you're up.
Hey, look, it's a younger, uglier version of me.
Younger, uglier. You'd be sitting on that kit practicing, boy.
Did you? For about 5 minutes tonight, but that wasn't anything. Now get out of here.
Get out of here. Keep practicing. Get out of here.
You're not going mad. Just go away.
Getting there. Hang on. All right. Acrobatics 23.
Okay.
Break through the ice. There we go. 16.
Okay, perfect. So which way you going?
Hell, I don't know where we're going. I just keep going the
Worms
general.
out here.
Oh, wait a minute. We're fighting worms. Never mind. Never
I feel
mind.
terrible.
Worms,
I've conditioned you all into this pattern.
I got distracted and pulled off course there by people a minute ago.
Yeah, there's a worm that's actually near you. He's about 10 feet away. He's like,
Yeah. I'm gonna pull. All I got to pull. I don't want to use any frag grenades out here. I figure I'd break us
Oh,
off.
come on, Mike. We're your sense of adventure.
But all around.
I'm gonna hand blaster him. Ooh, for a 20, modified 20,
wow.
and that is a 2d6. Yeah, so 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. So you shoot him in the tail, and it turns to look at you. It's coming for you next. Was this number 2?
Number 2.
Okay, Fyor.
All right, I am shooting at number 3. Heavy blaster.
Okay.
I rolled a 1.
You shoot yourself.
Yeah, can't I just go back to scooting across the ice? I was really good at that.
Actually, I'm just kidding. You don't shoot yourself, but you do miss horribly.
Oh, I'd say.
You shoot twice and it summons 2 more.
You're like, I saw one of those birds.
The reason I'm shooting in the air. Squirrel.
Yeah. Okay, so now the worms, it's their turn.
And the worms have turned.
Number 2 approaches and attacks Teegrun. With a 15.
That is going to be close. I do not have my glasses. Hang on. Is that your reflex save?
Yes, reflex defense.
21, not even close.
Awesome. So what you see the worm do is it actually anchors itself on the ground with its mouth. It just grips into the ice, and then it takes its tail and snaps it at you like a whip. It completely misses you.
Wow.
So the next,
I'm about to shot it off of him.
So number 3 actually slithers up, goes right to Grudey, and does the same maneuver. It anchors itself and then whips its tail to to bounce off your head.
Ooh.
What's your reflex defense, Grudey?
19.
19. Okay, so it actually hits.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
All of the damage.
4 points of damage.
All right. Now he's made me mad.
And the last one, number 1, actually moves up to Fyor. And this time, it actually tries to grab your foot with its mouth. And what's your reflex defense?
Okay. On here it's 17.
17. So it snaps at you with its big gaping maw, but you pull your foot away just in time. Okay, so that's back to the top of the order. You're up, Grudey.
Well, that one, it just hit me. It's going to take 2 in the head. I'm going to do rapid shot.
Okay.
2 in the head, 1 in the
I
chest.
ain't wasting it on this little bitty ass creature, but he doesn't make me mad.
Double tap time.
17 to hit the first time.
Okay, that's a hit.
And the second one has to be a hit because it's a whole lot higher score. But anyway, here comes the damage. Uh, 14 from the first shot.
Okay.
And 16 from the second shot.
Ouch. Okay, so how do you do it?
Like I said, I pumped 2 right in his head.
Right in his head.
Right down his maw. His gaping maw.
So you do the kill shot, like you hold your blaster sideways like this?
Oh, yeah.
Right down his throat.
Yeah. Get.
Okay. Which number was that?
That was number 3.
Number 3 does no longer work for anybody. He's gone.
Like I said, he made me mad.
Grexy.
I can't do that no more today, but he made me mad, so I did it anyway.
Since I
can do that
am
once a day, so.
up on the rock and not going to move, I'm going to shoot Deadeye shot at number 1.
Okay.
And let's see.
What does Deadeye entail?
Oh, shit. So it says when you aim, gain +1 die to damage.
Cool.
So I rolled a nat 20.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Hang tight here, because this is it double the dice or double the damage?
Worm glop.
What was that?
Do you roll double the dice or just double whatever you rolled?
I'm pretty sure it's double damage, unless you think it's something else, Barb, or
No. I'm in agreement.
okay, cool.
roll all dice twice.
Hang tight here. This is going to be a lot.
Someone's gonna die.
18, 25, 30, 3, 42,
Just having trouble counting this high.
45 points of damage.
Gosh.
All right, so Grex the Destroyer, how do you do it?
So I load a nuke into my blaster, and I strap a thermal detonator to the end, and so when it shoots, it goes through. And it rains confetti, and it's blue rain instead of purple rain now.
So it opens its mouth, and you shoot like in the mouth, and then it just like pops with like this blue blood, like that's all you see is just.
You know, like they talk about
Like one of them scenes from Men in Black.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. All right.
So
extra.
one is disintegrated.
Yes.
Okay, Shiara.
I can't.
I think
I can't hit too hard. That he'd be reincarnated as an abortion.
I'm not sure. Do I have a pathway to see through too? It looks like someone could be in the way.
Actually, you have. Looks like you have a little bit of line of sight past the boulder.
Okay.
And Grex is up on top of the boulder. So like over to the left. Go ahead and fire.
All right. So that is going to be an 18 to hit.
Yep.
11 points damage.
Okay. Teegrun.
All right. Do my hand blaster again. Oh, 16.
Okay.
Does that hit?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, okay. And that is, a whopping 6 points of damage.
So you aim, you fire, the energy just dissipates across its skin, and it actually goes like that a little bit, but that's it.
Okay. Shit.
Fyor.
All right. I hate to, how close is number 2?
Number 2 is 5,
Attacking.
10, 15, 20, 25, about 25 away, 25, 30.
What? Well, how close is he to the to Zack?
He's actually in melee with Teegrun. See number 2 is next to the red one.
Okay. I'm not even going to chance it. I'll move closer, but I'm not going to shoot. So I got a 15 to move, and then 12 on the dexterity.
Oh, you didn't have to roll the second one.
Oh.
Which way are you moving? Up this way?
Yeah, and that way if I have to shoot later on, I might have a better shot. But
Well, you still have an action, so you can shoot it still if you want.
I'll try. Sorry if I shoot you.
You just get a -5 for shooting into melee.
No, I got I'm sorry, I guess I have to announce that, don't I? I have Deadeye also. Or point precise shot. I'm sorry, that was precise.
Precise shot that takes away the -5?
Yeah.
Awesome.
4 plus 5. I got like 7.
7. So he's shooting at those birds again. Okay, so the worm now is determined to bite Teegrun on the leg. And it snaps at your foot, and you pull your foot away again.
Alrighty.
All right, Grudey.
Oh, I don't know if I can shoot into a melee or not. I don't think I have anything that lets me do that. No. So I can just move up there and rifle butt him, though, can I?
Yeah.
That's what I'll do.
Okay, so Grudey's gonna go hit him in the head with the
Whatever's a rifle.
Go ahead.
17 and 5 is 23, 22.
Okay. How much damage? I'll give you 1d6.
Yeah.
Yep.
1d6 plus my strength bonus is 4 plus 1 is 5.
5 to hit. 5 damage.
Yep.
Okay. So
My strength is not that high, so I don't give very many bonuses for that. I only got plus
you
1.
knock into it with the butt of your rifle, and it just bounces like rubber. Like it bounces off of the creature. Okay, Shiara, what's up? Or nope, sorry, Grex.
Damn. Everybody's kind of engaged with these, and I don't really have a clear shot. So I think I'm just going to try to jump to the next large rock to my left.
Okay.
And maybe try to get a better position, but I'm just going to move to there, yeah.
That's right there?
Uh-huh.
So that's 5, 10, 15, and times 3, the DC is 45 to jump.
Oh, shit.
And because you're not running, it's doubled. So it's actually 90.
Okay, that's impossible. Okay, well, then I guess I'll just kind of climb down off this rock and then try to get...
Okay.
I'll just walk to the next one. Acrobatics, that's going to be an 18.
Okay.
And a 19 not to fall through the ice.
Perfect. So, yeah, you make it to the other rock.
Yep. And, yeah, that'll be my turn.
Okay. Shiara.
I don't have a clear shot, so I'll just move closer. That's a 19 moving closer.
Okay. And you're not going to do anything, Shiara? I'm sorry.
No, I don't have a clear shot, so I was just moving closer.
Okay, Teegrun, you're up.
All right, blaster him again. See if we can put him under this time. 17 hits.
Yep.
And there we go. 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage. So you fire into him, and this time it kind of it goes like it hurts a little bit, but it's still kicking. Okay, Fyor.
Dang, Fyor, you got to be able to do something with this thing. I can't do anything with these guys.
Yeah, I'm not even going to try again before I either shoot myself or somebody.
I'll go over and hit him.
Yeah. It'd be my luck I'd hit me. I think I'm gonna just kind of stay where I'm at and stay aware and make sure nothing else happens. I mean, there's not really much I can do. So.
You sure you don't want to do anything?
Yeah, man, I'm afraid I'm gonna just shoot people.
Okay. So the worm attempts to grab Grudey this time. I'm just rolling like shit today. Wow. And it misses.
Fast too.
So go, Grex.
I think I'm just gonna keep moving rock to rock and go to the one in the left corner there from me. That's gonna a 15 on the acrobatics.
Right here?
Yes.
Okay. So you
And nat 20 on the dexterity.
Yeah, so you tiptoe, like you prancercise over there to that rock.
Exercise.
Okay. Did I skip? I skipped Grudey, didn't I? Shit. My bad.
I'm going to hit him with my butt of my rifle again.
Okay, go for it.
Like I said, I don't want to shoot into this thing. 19 will hit. And 6 right there. He will take a grand total of 7.
7. Okay. So
As good as I can do with the butt of my rifle.
Yep. And it absorbs, like it just bounces. The rifle just bounces right off the blubbery skin of the worm. Shiara.
Okay, I've got to move closer, otherwise I'm firing through people, so I'm moving closer.
Okay. So go ahead and roll for acrobatics.
Ew, not so good. A 7.
7. So you only make it about three spots.
Yeah, I still can't fire on them.
You can technically fire. You just get a -5 on your attack.
Yeah, I don't want to hit them, so.
Okay. Is there a Peel? Is there a rule if you miss? Is it like if you miss more than 5, then you endanger one of the other characters? Or I don't think there's a rule for that. Huh?
If you fail the roll, there's something in there where if you fail the roll in firing in melee, you hit one of your own.
Yeah.
But I don't know what it is.
It's probably like more than 5. If you miss it by more than 5, then there's a possibility. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Teegrun.
All right. Let's do this one more time. I got to get a better blaster. Ooh, 21 to hit. And 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage.
What are you rolling? What are you using?
And all I have is a hand blaster. 2d6.
It's 3d6. Blaster pistol does 3d6.
Well, let's back up and add 5 more to that. So 13.
13 points of damage?
No, 14.
14? Okay. So you shoot and wounds it, and it's got a blaster hole in its side now. Now it's writhing in pain, and it's angry. All right, Fyor.
Gosh.
Okay, it is still moving though?
Yep.
Holy
All right.
crap. I am a worthless
I'm gonna, take an aimed shot. Using the. Can I still use the precise shot?
Yeah.
It is new. Okay.
I don't think it's got a limit on it.
Okay, and I want to specifically steady, aim, and fire.
Okay, so you're going to aim. You're going to take 2 swift actions. You get a +2 on your roll.
Okay. +2 to 16, 18, 19.
19 will hit.
Okay. And then a heavy blaster is 3. 3d6?
Yep.
No, 3d8. Holy cow, I don't have 3d8. Hold on a sec. 11. 16.
16 to hit. So how do you do it?
Yeah. As it's wiggling around, writhing in pain, I draw. I follow its head, and just at the right moment, pow! And just kind of blow a little blue mist all over the ice behind him.
And it slumps and stops with its chin. I guess if worms have chins on the ice. Okay, so after this encounter, it's kind of rinse and repeat. After several times, you go, you keep walking. You find little patches of gravel. You find hard patches of ice that are some thicker than others. As you continue across, you go on and on and on until you reach the other side and you go on with your journey. So you travel on for about 3 more days. So you can go ahead and add rest for 3 days worth back onto your total.
That'll give us a chance to heal back up.
And now you keep moving through the mountains in a westerly direction because now you're watching the sun set almost directly in front of you and you're watching it rise behind you as you travel through the mountains. And you descend until finally on the late afternoon of the 6th day, you come out of the high alpine forest on the edge of the great Juggernaut Road that you've been to before. And now you're standing amidst a coniferous forest.
Does the terrain look familiar?
It just looks like everything you've seen before when you drove up and down on the road where you were either riding in or driving the Juggernaut. It's the same tracks.
Okay.
Are we
Look for the
headed
fresh
toward
tracks.
that forest that I keep sensing?
Yeah, Shiara, directly in front of you now, you're getting a full dose of this mixed light and dark, and it's really just like the sun shining on you, basically.
Follow the trail.
Any communications?
Okay. So actually, Fyor, when you turn on your comlink this time, now you pick up a message that's like it's kind of scrambled, but you hear like a recorded voice, and it's talking in a high galactic sort of accent. This is the planet Sereno. By decree of the Imperial Government, this planet is off limits to all non-Imperial personnel. And like it's like this recorded message that just loops and loops and loops, and it basically tells it's just like this transmitted message sent out that's basically telling anybody with a ship that comes into orbit that they're not supposed to be here and that they need to go somewhere else.
Was there something like that on that drop ship that had all that food?
No, there was nothing like that. You've never heard this before.
Oh, okay. Come on in, man.
But it's like a scrambled message, so it's like coming and going.
I'd assume that's because of all the radiation and everything. All right.
So it's late afternoon. You're out on the road. You've been traveling through the mountains for 6 days. And this is actually...
Tired of chicken. Those worms edible?
So this is the road you saw before.
Okay.
We're right friggin' back where we started.
Just on the other side of the radiation field, though.
Hey, we're on the other side of Uranus.
Oh, man.
Do we have a bearing as far as which way we should be heading?
You've got a road that appears to be heading to the north, and you have the same road appearing to go to the south.
And I know the south takes us back to New Aarth, right? From where we're at.
We wanted to go west.
That's what I was thinking.
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Wow, I'm good at that.
That is going to be a
29.
25.
28.
Wow.
Receptive bunch.
What'd you get, Fyor?
9.
9.
Feyor's back there scratching his ass.
I want to go back and walk on the ice. I told you I used all my good ones on the ice.
Fyor really likes his horns. He's like rubbing his horns. He's like polishing them. You, way off in the distance, about 500 yards over the tree line, you hear a little. There's a little tiny, it almost like, you can't even hardly see it. It almost looks like a bird. But there's this black orb with these little antenna and metallic things sticking off of it. And it's flying above the ground probably at about 200 yards. It's about 500 yards away from you. It's over the tree line, and it's headed in a northerly direction.
Now, we've seen this before, haven't we?
Yes.
Let's follow it.
Probe droid. Well, I'm not opposed to following it, honestly, at this point.
What else we got?
I mean, because it might be, because you said it's going northwesterly,
Mm-hmm.
and we're heading west, so it might be heading back to base. So
It's headed in a northerly direction. Yeah.
northerly. Okay, sorry, I thought it said northwesterly.
At this point, we either follow it out of here, or hopefully it'll get us to something that'll kill us.
Yeah.
Get off this planet one way or the other.
West. I mean, we know north and south, so we know west.
All I wanted to do was go to Coruscant. I just wanted a job.
Yeah.
I mean, we could off-road it and go through the woods and head west. I mean, it's an option.
I say we follow the probe droid.
Okay. I'll follow. I'm with you guys.
Follow it.
All right, follow the probe droid.
So you walk for a good 4 hours, and it's now it's way past dark. The stars are up in the sky.
Just the
What do you continue to? What do you do?
Keep doing what we've been doing.
What's that?
Keep walking.
Keep walking. So you're on this heavily deep rutted road where the Juggernaut had apparently been, and you walk for another 2 hours. Roll a perception check.
well, that's 3.
28.
16.
17.
Hold on to those numbers for just a second. I got to pull something up.
Yeah.
It was new when you got the TV for us too. I was the first one to notice it. I was like, huh, we got games on here. Yeah, that was this is pretty similar to Flappy Bird. That was a little tough.
Windex. Oh, does it let you replay it?
Yeah. It kind of lets you restart kind of where you were, but at the start of that level. My thing is, it won't let you go up very fast. It's like I could make it. Just won't let.
RNG on the TV. Oh.
What's going on back there?
Yeah.
Everybody okay?
William, I hear you.
Yeah.
William playing some flying fish game on
And
the
I
TV.
died.
Or are you all playing video fishing?
It's Flappy
Yo.
Bird with a fish.
Flappy Bird with a fish.
Off-brand Flappy Bird.
Some app they put on my TV. He had one up here a second ago where he was throwing knives. That one was actually pretty cool.
At fish?
No, that'd have been fun too. A little spinning wheel.
That's alive. And now the test kitchen is in.
Next time we go fishing, Mike will have to throw knives at fish.
There you go.
That's just
I'm
right.
not
Use
using arrows.
explosives.
Hey, I did go to the axe throwing place the other day. That was pretty fun.
Pretty cool, isn't it?
It is fun.
That's not bad.
Sorry, y'all.
You're good, buddy. Ain't nothing but a thing.
Making up things to do. Not running in all directions, trying to find you. I'm just rolling with the flow. Going where the lonely go. I've got to keep going. I can't lay down.
All right. All right. Who had what again?
27.
16.
24.
I guess, did everybody else skip out?
Click the blue Add to Chrome button, then click Add.
So the people who rolled the perception checks, what you see pop up from the side of the road next to you.
I think we did lose Faulconer.
You lost Faulconer?
I don't see him.
According to my computer, his bandwidth was low a minute ago. So
3 of these creatures in the dark pop up
damn
from
it.
the side of the road.
Here they come.
And Grex doesn't see them, but everybody else who rolled higher than a 17 does.
He fought these assholes.
shoot him, damn it!
And they come forward and they attack. So what's the initiative?
Hold on.
I can't roll good to save my life tonight. I swear.
19.
18.
Let's see here. Hey, 27.
14.
14. So they come forward, and you could see through the skin, the loose skin of their exterior. It's like all this forest floor stuff, like leaves and twigs and different materials that are all kind of loosely pulled together. And underneath of that, you could see the bones of creatures, like almost in a sack, except for it's in its torso.
Ew.
And it comes forward, and they reach at you. That left arm with all the rooty thing, the tendrils that come out at you, and reach to attack you. Shiara, you're up.
How many of them are there?
There's 3.
There's 3 of them. Okay. So I'll shoot whatever one is closest to me.
Okay. Let's do a map. So you guys are trucking along the road here.
Yeah, these guys are bad business.
Are they?
Yeah, they are.
They're a pain in the neck.
I fought one of them hand to hand, and it pretty much wrecked my shit.
I'm sorry. This is why we don't do stuff online with RPGs.
No, you're doing a fantastic job, man.
Well, thanks.
Seriously, the game I think is running flawlessly.
Okay.
Yes.
Almost
pretty
there.
good.
Hey, found the juggernaut.
Yep.
It was under the ground the whole time.
Yeah. Dug it up.
All right, finally. So Grex was flat-footed. The rest of you saw these things just seemingly pop up out of the ground.
That's what they do.
All right, I'm back.
Assholes.
Yaza. All right, Shiara, I'm sorry. Go. You're up.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot number 2, I guess it is. That's a 14 to hit.
Okay. And it shoots into it, but it actually goes right through it. And it just like your blaster bolt hits through one of the holes already there in its body and does no damage.
Oh, wow.
So what's up, Grudey?
I'm going to double tap number
Grudey.
1.
Okay, go for it.
Last ones I can see. 24 to hit on the first roll.
Okay.
And 17 on the second roll.
Okay. So you hit on both. What's your damage?
I'm trying to find my other dice. There it is. 12 on the first roll. 14 on the second roll.
Okay, so 26.
Yep.
Points of damage.
Kaboom.
That's you shot at number 1?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as you shoot, you see something interesting. You fire the blaster into its body, and the stuff inside of its body catches fire briefly, but then just like some sort of magic, it all just like forms back together. It's like and breaches the hole, or not breaches, but fixes the hole. Okay, Teegrun.
Hell, I don't know. I got one on everybody. I'm going to turn into one of the... No, I'm not going to do that.
Turn into a tree.
That's what I thought about for a minute. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna try to pop. I'm gonna try to pop number 3 with a blaster. Who we've been shooting at?
Grudey just shot at number 1.
Yeah, number
right
1.
next to
Let's
him.
go for the one in the middle.
Okay.
So 18. Will an 18 hit?
Yes.
And 17 points of damage.
17. Nice.
It doesn't sound like it does anything to him.
Just like.
I think it's supposed to make
I
that
can't
noise.
remember how we killed the last one.
Okay, Fyor, you're up.
Okay. I'm sorry, but I cut out, so I'm a little bit behind. What just happened?
Well, actually, I'm sorry. You're going to be. Yeah, your turn is next turn because Grex is going to go next.
Yeah.
After the NPCs are going to go, and then Grex is going to go.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so the one that Grudey just shot, and it's healed back up, it like looks down at its chest, kind of like knowingly. Then it looks back up and looks right at Grudey, and takes both claws and goes rah, rah, takes a right and then a left, and attacks with both.
Damn it.
So the first one misses. The second one misses too, but this thing comes right at you like it's
Man.
pissed, and it tries to like bear hug you basically, but not really.
Struggle snuggle.
Struggle snuggle. That's right. All right, Grex, you're up.
Okay, so I tell everyone, these creatures are no joke. Get away from them. And I am actually going to move towards the tree. Is it a tree, or is it like a tree stump, or?
No, those are full-size trees with canopies and everything. I just did that so that you could see.
Sure. I'm going to move behind the tree that's kind of in the center of the road there.
Right here?
Oh, I thought we were just talking massive, irresponsible forestry here.
Grex is going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you do actually make behind it.
Okay. And then I'm going to take a shot at... Looks like 3's not really engaged with anybody, or I'm not shooting around anybody to shoot at 3, so I'm going to shoot at 3.
Yeah, you're right.
Adam, there's a.
Will a 17 hit it?
Oh yeah.
Yes, the 17 will hit.
Okay.
I hear you.
22 points of damage.
22.
Uh-huh.
It's like "Roar!" It raises its arms up in anger, and Shiara, what's up?
Okay. So I've got one right in front of me, right?
Yep.
Okay, and I've seen that. Now, did his blaster actually hurt his?
Yes. Yeah, you've been watching it hurt them get hurt by the blasters. It's just that you're watching it also regrow. Like it's
like they regenerate almost.
They're trolls.
They're bad business.
They're like trolls, yeah. Okay. All right, so I'm looking around a little bit. I'm gonna take a few steps back from this thing.
okay.
I assume there is like dead trees on the ground, things like that, or even boulders in the ground.
Okay. That's cool. But now I'm going to warn you: if you step back from it, it's going to take an attack of opportunity.
Oh, okay. Even
Yeah.
just 2 steps or something.
Yeah. If you disengage from melee, it has the right to swipe at you.
All right. Are there trees or boulders or something like that around?
Really, the trees that I've got placed on the map, that's where the cover's at.
No, I'm not talking about cover. I'm talking about dead trees or boulders on the
Oh
ground.
yeah. There's stuff everywhere. I mean, it's a forest, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I am picking up a huge dead tree and walloping this thing with it. And
Okay.
of course, I'm not physically picking the tree up.
What are the? I'm not. Believe it or not, I'm not familiar with the force rules that much. So
Okay, I'll tell you. I've got to roll it first. I've got to use my force first because I may not be able to do it, but I think I did. Okay, so I rolled a 26, and on my move object, I can move anything with a 26 of huge size.
Wow.
And as long as I hit his reflex defense with that 26, I'm going to hit him.
Awesome.
Okay, now let me roll damage for the huge size tree that's hitting them, and I can hang on to this for next turn too. I just gave myself away, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
What the?
All those.
Okay, that's 21 points damage.
Okay, and you rolled a 15 or greater to hit.
I rolled a 26 to hit.
Yeah, and then you got 21 points of damage.
21 points of damage, yeah.
So the damage, like, because I'm curious, you got this huge log, so you can't like just drop it on it and kill it in one blow.
Yeah, I mean that's the same thing. I'm dropping it or hitting it. Same damage.
Oh, okay.
That huge log.
Yeah. So you watch this enormous tree that's
I just went batter up.
fallen on the ground, and it moves mysteriously across in front of your eyes. You all kind of like watch it pass for a second, and it just drops on this creature, which kind of falls under the weight and almost squashes it to the ground. But then it actually reforms. It's part of it gets crushed under the log. Its shoulder like falls to the ground. The rest of it stands up, and leaves are falling from the interior of its body. The leaves come back up and form back into an arm, and it's still there, and it's still standing.
I still got a hold of the log, though.
Nope.
Concentrating.
Okay, Grudey.
All right. I'm going to use my feat of close combat escape.
Okay.
to get away from him, and he can't get me because that's what that does for you.
Okay.
And I'm gonna duck behind that tree and shoot him.
The one that Grex is behind?
Yeah, or just
Okay.
basically get around the other side of it. I can.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, you could come back here and sort of stand where he's at and kind of peek around.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
then
you're
I will shoot his ass.
Which one are you shooting at?
Number 1 again.
Number 1?
The one that tried to swipe at me.
Okay. So go ahead.
All right. 1X. 19 to hit.
Okay.
And he will take. Hell, this is going to hurt.
What is
21 points of damage.
Mike?
It's a huge log.
Takes another 20. It takes 21 points again from me.
Okay. This one it falls to the ground in like if you were taking a bunch of garbage in a garbage bag and dumping it on the ground, it just falls to the ground and spreads out. And there's bones and everything that fall out of it, like of different creatures.
Would you hit that thing with, Dave?
A blaster pistol.
Okay.
A rifle.
What'd you hit it with, Dave?
Blaster rifle. But I hit him solidly, though.
Teegrun.
Rolled 2 8s in my 3d8, so I did altogether 21 points.
Wow. Momentito.
2 8s and a 5 will do a lot of damage.
All right, I'm gonna Scott move me northwest 45 degrees, 5 squares.
Okay. About right there?
Yep, and I'm dropping a frag grenade on number 3.
Okay.
Dex. Oh yeah, 23 to hit.
Okay.
And 19 points of damage.
Yeah. So what's the radius on that?
20 feet.
20 feet.
10-foot radius.
10-foot radius.
No. Yeah, 10-foot radius, 20 feet diameter.
So it's a frag grenade.
Yep.
So you see Teegrun, he cocks back and pitches this thing like a baseball and drops it right at number 3's feet, and it explodes and it kind of shatters the ground. You see the creature actually reel back from it as it hits. Half of it is blown away. The other part of it just reforms back into a creature, the same creature again.
Wow.
How many points of damage was that again?
19.
Oh, so yeah, man.
Okay, so Fyor.
Okay. A heavy blaster set to stun.
Okay.
And fire at, looks like number 2 is right directly in front of me. Fire at number 2.
Now, stun does less damage.
Yeah, but I was hoping to actually like just stun these dudes to where they would incapacitate.
Okay.
I mean, that is possible, right? That's what stun would do.
Mm-hmm.
And I rolled a 17, 20.
20? Nice. So how much damage do you do?
2 die, 8.
3 die.
Well, I'm just stunning them. 9 stun damage.
9 to stun. So it goes boom, 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 boom. It hits this thing right in the chest, and it just sort of like slumps down really slow into this pile on the ground. It looks sort of just like just a pile of crap on the ground. Okay, so the last one that's standing. So it kind of forward, and with those two great big gnarly paws, it takes one swipe with its right and one swipe with its left. I'm going to use a different dice this time because I actually want to hit something. All right.
You can always hit. We don't know what you're rolling.
Well, I'm not going to lie to you. Shit.
I think that's what's in Mike's camera.
What is your Teegrun? What's your reflex defense?
Mike's a 21 reflex defense.
21.
Yeah, he was the same as me.
Oh, okay. So yeah, as it trembles forward, it misses with both arms. Okay, Grex, you're up.
Okay. Crap. So it's shooting in the melee to shoot at it. And I'm gonna use my full actions to aim. So I'm gonna try to make a dead-eye shot at him. Wait, we killed two, didn't we? Is two gone or?
Two is on the ground in a pile of like a leaf pile.
But he's not like dead though. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna shoot at number 3. I've got an okay-ish shot at him. So it's -5.
-5 to hit. Mm-hmm.
Ooh, nice. So 19. Hang on, that's plus. Sorry, Scott, I lost my page.
You're fine.
Will a 17 hit?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, we're gonna shoot him for 6. A whopping 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage?
Huh?
How many?
Shot him for 12 points of damage.
12 points. Okay. So, just like the other ones, it burns a hole right through his chest, and then it reforms. And it stands there and looks at you, and it starts a low rumbling growl.
Roll.
Okay, Shiara.
Alright, so I'm hitting it with that log again. The one that's on the ground. Alright, so does a 17 hit it?
Yes.
Okay. $23 points damage.
Which one are you shooting at? Sorry, or are you?
I'm not shooting. I'm hitting it with the number 2.
Yeah, it's already. Number 2's already down on the ground.
I mean, is it dead? You said it's down on the ground. Is it dead?
The Fyor shot it with a stun gun, so it's down on the ground.
Okay, so I'll hit number 3 instead then.
Okay.
23 points damage.
So Fyor stunned one, and it just kind of dropped.
The last one, just the tree comes crashing down and just crushes it, and it sort of moans for a second and then falls apart into just leaf litter.
We eat them.
Eat them. Leaf litter. You eat leaf litter.
Are they edible?
Zachary.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you're still there.
Yeah, no, sorry.
No, you're good.
All right. I want to make sure that number 2. I want to go around and start kicking stuff around. Make sure number 2 is is out, or if there's anything that's actually still there.
It's still got form. It's like a humanoid creature, just like when it was standing up.
Shoot it again. Double tap.
Shoot it again. While
Okay.
it's just laying there, it should be a pretty easy shot.
Yeah, it's called a coup de grace.
All right, 14, 18. And on this one, I'm going to put the heavy blaster back up to normal and shoot it twice. Or,
So the way the coup de grace works is if a helpless creature droid automatically score critical double damage.
Oh. All right. Well, hold on a second. 8, 9, 15, 21, 22, 29, 35, 37.
And it disappears in the ground. It's done.
Cool. All right.
It is done.
It's done.
I hate those things. Okay. Well,
I'm about to sign off. I gotta get up at 30 in the morning.
Yeah,
Okay.
Jennifer's going to be coming to bed here in a second anyway. She's going to kick me out of the bedroom.
Okay.
we want to wrap it here then, I guess?
Yeah, we could wrap it up.
Okay.
Is there a spaceship off in the distance that we can hijack anywhere?
Yeah. I've got my fingers crossed.
There'd be a spaceship over there. Surely these tree people have a spaceship.